let's say you were 2 years into your relationship and you had to assemble your own flowers.
She wouldn't care.
I don't know. I'm just not that kind of person.
Alex is
an
happy she
impossible
gets a gift
question
at
to
all.
answer.
Yeah, I am
That's
not
an
a
impossible question. I don't know why I asked it.
I'm like, you can't ask me that because I generally don't like receiving. I like giving.
Are there...
Shut the fuck up, Brett.
Oh, boy.
Mic drop.
See you later.
Bye.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh, God.
Oh.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's
okay.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this
Go
scenario.
ahead.
Let's do it right
So Alex and I
now.
watched Black Mirror.
Mhm.
It
We
came
binged
out.
it.
Came
You
out
don't
last.
binge it.
Do you not consider 3 hours binging?
No, I said on the precast, I'm saying it now, to be binge-worthy, I think has to be at least 5. Binging is not about length of time, I think. It's about number of individual things.
I think it's about a season,
How many episodes is binge watching?
Well,
According
we
to
just asked him.
according to Google.
a survey conducted by Netflix in February 2014, they need
That's
to redo
5
this.
years ago.
They need to redo
Yeah.
this.
Before
Nope.
binging really
This
took
is,
off.
yeah. It says 73% of people define binge watching as watching between 2 to 6 episodes. 2?
2? No.
No.
No. Okay. I think.
This just rendered itself irrelevant.
It did. That was a very dumb.
Throw your phone.
That was very subtle. Throw your phone.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh, shoot. You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give
horse?
me time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh, shoot.
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. You know what's better than a Rice Krispie treat is, I don't know what they're called, but I can explain them.
What are they?
They're, instead of Rice Krispies, you use Frosted Flakes and you add peanut butter to the
Ooh.
marshmallows.
Yeah, those are yummy.
I've done what's called cornflake bars, where it would be cornflakes, corn
Mhm.
syrup, peanut butter, and marshmallow.
I don't know about the corn syrup, but all the other part was the same thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but they always turn hard as rocks.
You ever have the Golden Grams treats?
No.
Those are freaking amazing. They'd have Golden Grams with marshmallow and chocolate, so it'd be like s'mores in a freaking
I
bar.
reckon you could do it with any cereal.
Yeah. Cinnamon Toast Crunch one's okay. I've had Lucky Charms before too.
Are you talking about the ones they actually sell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I've had the Reese's. It's really good.
Oh, Reese's is really good. Alex is munching on a freaking thing now.
Welcome back to the PTOUnlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex, you couldn't wait till I was done chewing?
Well, I just realized I hadn't done the opener yet. This is episode 231.
Yeah, it is the last episode in this studio.
Snickers just walked in.
Oh no, she's gonna pull a cord, isn't she?
She's just sniffing the poster board.
Yeah, she needs to quit it, fatty. Yeah, this is the last
She
episode
did. She went.
in the studio.
What did you hear her?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't. I just saw her mouth move.
Oh well, we hear her go. That's how she walks in, wanting attention. Way it
Okay,
is.
so do your opener so we can get to the NFL because there's lots to say.
Well, the first thing I want to say is, when you watch the Charlie Brown episodes, they've always been on CBS, right?
Yeah. Oh, they're not doing it this
They're
year.
not doing it this year.
Yeah.
Apple TV is taking it. Apple Plus.
You can only watch it on there.
So they must have paid for that.
They did, but
No. But got
Well,
for
I just
free.
mean like they
Why are
wanted
you leaning this way?
they wanted to take off some like they didn't want to play Rudolph or something, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because for political correctness.
Yeah, whatever.
So I'm like, okay, so you send it to
How is
Or
is
you
Rudolph not?
you open it up for bidding, and Apple TV pays money to get all the 50-year-old holiday specials.
Yeah, the Apple TV Plus currently starts at $4.99 per month. But they are offering free viewing to non-subscribers, so it's at certain times.
So I have the Apple TV on one of my Samsung TVs, but not on the other.
Okay.
That's why I don't pay for Apple TV.
Okay.
But what the app still allows me to do is stream my iTunes movie collection,
That's good.
which I love. However, my big TV, the one I would actually want to do it on, doesn't have the app. It's a 2018, so it's not like it's old.
Okay.
I'm like, what kind of, it's a Samsung. Put the app on that marketplace and let me download it.
Right.
And it goes across all my stuff. So if I start watching a movie on my iPad, then I can switch over to that TV.
Roku hasn't picked up HBO Max yet.
Really?
That's a big deal.
It's got to be some kind of timed exclusive.
It's probably basically they can't get a contract.
Well, my smaller Samsung TV is the 2020, and it has the Apple TV app.
Okay.
But my bigger Samsung is 2018, and it does not.
It's just based off of whatever the contracts are allowed,
I guess so.
It's stupid. But you have a store though, right? The Samsung store that you can go
there's
to
an
download
app store
apps.
on there, but
Yeah.
I've searched for it. It's really weird because my 20, I think it might be a 2019 Vizio 24-inch.
Mhm.
It doesn't have Sling, and Sling's been around for
Oh yeah,
a
years.
while.
Yeah.
like, how do you not have Sling?
You're right.
Vizio.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah, so that's all I really had to say.
So-
It's they're offering it for free, but I'm not gonna
so
get Apple
the
TV.
great pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, so
gonna
they got the Halloween one. That's the Great Pumpkin. That's going to be actually for free this weekend, the 30th through the 1st, and then they're going to have the Thanksgiving special available for free the 25th through the 27th.
I don't remember the Charlie Brown, the Peanuts Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, I don't remember. It's the one that I was mainly just upset about was the Christmas special, but they're going to have that for free December 11th through the 13th. So, I mean, but people can find this stuff online if they really want to, or people probably own the DVDs nowadays. But it's just it takes away the.
You can probably find them on YouTube.
Well, I'm thinking about my grandparents right now. They live in the middle of Minnesota. They're not going to get a streaming
Would
service.
they want to watch that?
Absolutely.
Like, would
yeah.
they watch it because it's on,
Mhm.
but they
Yes.
wouldn't like go out of their way to watch it?
It's kind of like they don't want to own it because
Right.
this kind of stuff you only want to watch once a year.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
agree.
something you constantly run. Well, I mean, unless you're TNT and you're running A Christmas Story back to back to back to back to back to back.
That is TBS.
Oh, it's TBS now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, TNT was doing something as
Well,
well.
they're both owned by Turner. aren't
They are, yeah. So, anyways, that's all I had to say about that. It's kind of just sad the way it takes away from this. It's that nostalgia factor.
Sure.
Turn it on
Do
the TV.
you remember that episode of That 70s Show where Kelso was all excited because all the Christmas specials are on and
Yeah.
they make fun of it?
Yeah, people. He was ahead of his time. They don't understand. Kelso
Yep.
was the excited guy. He's the nerd. But yeah,
And they have that little short claymation.
yeah, that's right. Because when he was talking to the
God,
who's-
the
what's-
snowman,
The
right?
snowman.
what's the snowman's name?
Oh gosh.
Burl Ives. Well, that's who played his voice.
That's the
Yeah.
voice. Yeah.
I don't remember.
He. I don't think he ever gave his name.
I don't think so.
Just the
either.
narrator, the
Yeah,
host.
yeah.
So you want to talk about the NFL?
Or do you want to talk about your weekend since you had a thing?
Oh, we've had a lot of stuff happening this weekend.
There's been a lot.
I just meant in ties to the comment.
Oh, the comment. Oh yeah,
Oh.
we just celebrated our wedding anniversary. We do appreciate the shout outs and happy anniversary wishes.
Mhm.
Alex and I went to Michigan.
It looked cold,
It was cold.
It was, but actually, it was after the sun started to set. It actually got warmer.
and the corn didn't look that tall.
They cut it down.
It depended on what part of the maze you were in.
Okay.
There was it was one big maze, but it was sectioned off into
we went to a
like,
corn maze.
small-
for those who don't know.
small, medium.
Alex
and
took me
hard.
one. I've been wanting to go to one since we started dating.
Yeah.
Why?
It's just something that was always in my mind of something to do
I've
in
been
the
to
fall.
one,
There's nothing to do in the fall.
You can walk through a cornfield,
We just did.
but not a commercialized one.
Well, this one's like
This
the
was a
Guinness Book of World Record.
It's a world record one.
I don't know much.
Yeah.
Is it by
But no,
size? What's the world record?
I actually didn't look it up.
Oh,
Did you get lost?
A couple times.
in
There
spots
was
that we just figured we
but
wouldn't,
your question
but-
about like the corn not being so high, depending on if you were in the easy, medium, or hard. The hard, it was like 7 feet, 8
which
feet tall.
Which one would you consider the harder one? The one that we did second time or the third one? Because when we went,
The second one was the hardest
the
one.
layout of this. There's 4 mazes.
The
one
first
of them,
one was just like a
just an
child,
introduction, right?
Like we didn't even do that one.
Yeah. It didn't even matter.
Yeah.
Like the other ones, they as far as length goes and difficulty, I mean, I would say that the second one that we did was like there was just so many.
The
twists
first one
and
was like
turns.
half a mile. The second one was like
wonder if they've got
3.5
it up on
miles,
there.
and then the hard one was like 6.5 miles. But
Uh,
we did all of it.
Farmer
How long were you there?
J's.
2.5 hours, I think.
It was
What time did you get there?
4.
Where'd you
No.
No,
go?
we got there at like 3:45.
Where'd you go for breakfast?
We didn't go.
We didn't go
anywhere
to
for
breakfast. We had,
I wanted to.
That was a topic.
I know.
We decided to sleep.
I
So
wanted
we
to.
Yeah, we
we
were
went
up late
to
Saturday.
we went to our normal we did our
Mhm.
shakes on.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
did
know
our
if they
shakes
have
instead.
it. Yeah, they do right there. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So I'm gonna show this
You
on
can
our.
pull that up.
Yep, I'm gonna show this on our YouTube.
Yeah, so that USA part down on the bottom right, that's the really, really small. It's just it's its own thing back in
You
its
go in
tiny little
here.
corner.
You go in here, and then there's a maze that starts here. There's one here. There's one.
Yeah,
Wait, no,
right.
you start over here.
Yeah, you start right there. You started it wrong.
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
So this
This
tiny
one.
little one right there.
So this one with all the soldiers was really.
That
we just
one
called
is-
this area the penis area, because it's the shape. The jet we got really lost in.
The
like
jet
right
we got
around
pretty
here.
lost in around up
Yeah,
there. We're like,
yeah.
well, maybe not this way.
That's
maybe
what we're
not
showing
this
on our
way.
YouTube.
Is this an A or a T or an S? So yeah, we got lost a few times. You have a map and there's even a phone number to call if you get lost.
What? I did not see the
Yeah,
phone
if you look
number.
on the back, it says
No.
for assistance, please
Oh,
call.
no.
And it has like a number that you call to help. Or
I was
get
just
help.
hoping we would get through it before it started sprinkling. And
Yeah, it was
we did.
fine. It
I
actually, it really was like a really nice fall day.
I bet that phone rings all the time. Was it busy? Was there a lot of people there?
No, it was actually perfect. We
That's good.
only bumped into maybe 3 or 4 people.
Mhm. Literally.
It was
just
like
passing
really
by.
as like the sun was going down, it must get like even more popular
There were
because
people
as
coming
we were
in.
leaving, there was cars lined up coming in.
Yeah.
But it's not haunted at night. They said that it's open till 10 o'clock at night, so
Dang.
you can bring your flashlight and do it at night.
That
That'd
would
be the
even-
way you do
oh.
that. You should have done
Well,
that
I
Saturday
thought
night.
about it.
We weren't sure if we were gonna stream last night.
Yeah, so it was like, yeah, I don't know. So we
Should've
just
done it at
did.
night.
Instead, we watched the football game.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the NFL.
You missed one of the coolest games of the freaking
So
week.
I'll get
I'm
to that
But you
one.
talk about the rest because we didn't see anything
So
else.
for starters, we'll talk about the teams connected to the show, starting with the worst, which is the Cowboys.
Oh my!
They are the worst team they're either the worst or the second worst. The worst might be the Jets.
The Jets
The
are
Jets.
winless. The Jets are winless.
The Jets.
Jets are winless, but Dallas should be winless.
Well, they
'Cause
had
their-
Prescott
their,
earlier.
their win over Atlanta was a fluke. I don't remember who their other win was against, but they're really bad. They lost handedly to the Washington football team, who's no good either.
They were in second, like in the half. It was like
You're-
22-6, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You're talking about the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
That's Tim's team, right?
Yes.
Have you been watching his Twitter?
hmm
It's
He's getting-
hilarious.
Yeah, one of the streamers that we watch, he's just big on the Cowboys, and they are horrible this year.
Cousin Andrew is a Cowboys fan. My
Is he
dad,
really?
My parents are Cowboys fans.
Why?
It's better to be a Browns fan this year than a
Well-
Cowboys fan.
We'll get to that in a minute.
More successful, but they still lost.
So the Cowboys, the reason Cousin Andrew is a fan is because I
I'm
think
gonna pull up the scores.
it was one of the first teams he watched when he was just getting into football.
Yeah.
And in the 90s, they were really good.
Oh my. I'm looking at the score.
Oh man, that's horrible. 25-3.
Well, a scoreless third quarter. That is boring.
So Andy Dalton got hurt, and they had some
Yeah, what happened?
undrafted guy. I think
Yeah.
he got a concussion. He got
No.
Is
he
that
got
what it
a
was?
he got a dirty hit on him, and
Did
he
they
was
call it?
he was sliding, and he took a helmet to the head.
Oh
so,
no.
Yeah, that guy got tossed.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
So the Cowboys are really, really, really bad. The Raiders, Patrick's Raiders, they lost bad to Tom Brady. He scored 5 touchdowns. They just whooped him. Tom Brady's starting to heat up. They whooped the Packers last week and they beat the Raiders bad yesterday.
Mhm.
Oh my, 45-20. Ooh.
The Vikings were on a bye week, so
They're
they
on a
did-
bye week.
We're on
so
a
that's
bye
lucky,
week.
Yeah.
We're taking a break.
Take a break and figure it out. I mean, they've been removing a few of their players. I've been seeing it on their Facebook. They've actually been aligning their team.
restructuring.
I don't know what they're gonna do. They
I don't either.
gotta if they are scoreless or way behind in the half of this next Sunday, they're pulling Cousins.
Well,
Josh.
they gotta.
I said last week that if they lost this week, he'd be benched, which they didn't play. So we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
So the Chiefs whooped the
Broncos. Let me look at the
Broncos.
scores
It was
here.
snowing in
Yes, we watched this like
Nothing can stop
It was in
Mahomes.
Denver,
no.
right?
Yes, it was in Denver.
Yeah.
Nothing can stop
the
Mahomes.
Ravens were off. They had a bye week.
That was bad for you on fantasy.
I
Well,
had
it's
bye
not
week
gonna be
from
bad.
hell,
It's
but
not going to be bad. You're going to win.
no, I did win.
Okay, then you won.
How did the Niners whoop? Okay, so they benched Cam Newton.
They did the.
That's crazy.
So
The
one
Patriots.
big argument coming into this year was who's going to be better, the Bucks because of Brady or the Patriots because of Belichick. Everybody praises Bill Belichick because he as like the greatest coach ever.
Yeah.
Well, he's always had Tom Brady.
This was the worst scoring game for Belichick in his entire career.
Yeah. They're what 2-5?
Let me check. The score was 33-6.
It was bad. It was, and they
are
lost
2-4.
who did they lose to?
The Niners.
Niners, right? And the
Which-
Niners aren't all that
Garoppolo
good.
didn't do very good for you.
I mean,
They-
he didn't do great for me at all. I got
They've been,
7 points on him.
They've been beat up pretty bad too. So
Yes.
I'm actually gonna
I don't
drop
know
his
what's gonna
ass.
happen, and I don't know what's gonna happen to the Patriots. Which everybody around here anyway really likes that because they've hated the Patriots for years. But I think
Yes.
they've hated Tom Brady more than they've hated the Patriots.
Now it feels justified, that the
Yep.
Patriots are doing terrible. It just feels
well, especially because of
good.
their cheating accusations and
it
Yeah.
feels good that we're
Offenses.
finally seeing it,
Sure.
just who was really running it, But, the game I want to talk about, Cardinals and Seahawks.
oh, I got one more before that.
Okay. Well, I didn't
The
see anything else that
Browns
seemed interesting.
Bengals was probably one of the most exciting games of the day.
Very back and forth when I'm seeing
It was a score fest, and it
which
was
is bad for the Browns. They
Why?
should have been able to hold it. The Bengals are one of the worst teams.
True. They have Myles Garrett, who's a really good defensive end, but it was back and forth, and even when Joe Burrow of the Bengals scored late to go ahead, Baker Mayfield went back down to score to win the game. So it was very
Dude.
exciting, high scoring game. However, Odell Beckham Jr. tore his ACL and he is out for the year.
Yep.
I think that's one of my receivers.
No, that is Shane's. I
One of
believe.
Shane's. Okay. I'm looking at the completions here of Mayfield. He did amazing. 22 out of 28.
Yeah.
22 throws out of
Yeah.
22
My-
of 28.
my
That's
mom
very good.
said-
5 touchdowns.
My
Yeah.
mom said watching the game, she's like, they're breaking so many records this year. She's like, they did.
They're
It was
interesting
either
this
15
year.
or
is
18.
what
I
she's
don't
saying.
remember. She said 15 completed plays, or what was it? What'd she say? 15 completions.
No idea. It's not
in
my
a
team.
Oh, 15 completions in a row, and which is like the most in like
Nobody
Browns
cares about
history.
that. That's
I'm
a
not
meaningless stat.
interested.
Nobody
I'm not,
cares.
No one gives a crap.
So he
The-
completed 15 passes in a row. Do you think they throw the ball with the intentions of them not completing it?
It's the Browns.
It doesn't matter. That's a big
Everything's going to be a
stat.
milestone. It's like they're it's
I
like, it's like they
know.
just got off their training wheels
Here's a
on a bike.
Really?
milestone. Here's a milestone. Beat a team with a winning record.
All right. All right. Yeah, we'll do it.
Let's see what their next game is. Actually, I want to see what the Browns schedule real quick. And
They
then
beat
we'll
the
talk about
Bengals, right?
Yes,
No, they-
and that's not a very.
They just played the Bengals.
That's not a very good thing that they're facing the Raiders on the 1st of November,
Okay.
Okay.
and then they're facing the Texans and then the Eagles. Those aren't.
So
Those are meh.
mediocre schedule.
Yeah. The Raiders.
Raiders are 500.
Raiders. Yeah.
Who is the second team? The Eagles.
The Texans.
Texans are below 500, and the Eagles are, I think, below 500.
It's
So
just crazy to me.
both teams can play well.
Right.
The Texans got whooped by
Browns
the
are going
Packers.
to the Super
Packers
Bowl.
bounced back.
They
They're
better
going to the
not.
Super Bowl.
The AFC is tough. The AFC is tough.
So-
I'll
It
say that
is,
right
yeah.
now.
The
Look
game
at
you
the NFC
wanted
is
to
not
talk
good.
about was the Seahawks and the Cardinals.
Oh my god.
And I went to bed at halftime because I had to be to work early.
That was
And
17-27.
I missed all the good stuff because it came right down to the wire. We went to overtime. Didn't it?
Overtime, back and
Overtime.
Did
forth.
you watch
overtime.
the whole game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alex was.
I-
passing
So-
it.
Yeah, I was
fine.
passing
The-
out, but I watched into overtime.
The play, that
The-
most
all-
amazing play of the day yesterday was Russell Wilson throws an interception.
Yep.
And DK Metcalf.
Oh yeah.
sprints.
We got
I
to talk about
said
that.
it.
Oh
I
my
said that.
gosh.
So I made a tweet last night because they were clocking his speed, and the highest he got was 22 miles an hour. And Josh goes, he just ran faster than
The speed limit
the
in our
speed
old
limit
hometown.
in our hometown. In fact, he was speeding.
Yeah, because speed limit's 20 miles an hour down Main Street.
Yeah.
DK
That's
Metcalf
hilarious.
is a huge dude. He's a wide receiver. He's enormous.
He got that speed
And he
out
was
of nowhere.
flying. And what's funny is if you watch the Cardinals player, Buda Baker, I believe was his name, he's looking up at the Jumbotron and he's seeing DK Metcalf catch up to him and he's probably thinking, what the hell is this guy doing? But Pete Carroll, the head coach of the Seahawks, I think he said after the game to the media or whatever in the press conference, it's the most ridiculous play he's ever seen. And he's been a football coach for like,
I know.
DK
30
Metcalf, freaking out of this world
I
of
know.
speed.
and even like I missed it live, but I had the game on and I think I was switching back before and between something and the game, and Chris Collinsworth was talking about some amazing play by DK Metcalf. I'm like, well, I wonder what he did. So then this morning I watched the highlights. I'm like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
He ran the field.
Yeah, because they were
Booked
like
it.
He was in
red
the end zone. Yeah, he was in the end zone.
Well, the team was in the red zone. The pass was to the end zone, and he intercepted it,
came
ran
out
it
of
all the way
it,
back,
Mhm.
and Metcalf caught him on like the 2 or something.
Yep.
And they didn't
Yeah.
score.
Yeah.
They didn't score the
Yeah.
whole 4 downs. They went 4 and out.
So I will say that
Not
Kyler-
3 and out, 4 and out.
Kyler Murray looks pretty good, and I thought he was going to be a
Yeah.
bust.
Yeah, he did not look confident last
He's
night.
like, well, and last year he just wasn't very good. He's short.
Mhm.
But one thing he's like Russell Wilson. He's a baseball player, and he knows how to go down and not get hurt.
You mean
That's-
Mahomes?
Well, Mahomes was too, but
Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
I didn't know
was-
Russell Wilson was a baseball player.
Yeah.
Man, you saw the hits that Wilson was taking at the end of the game, like in the overtime. He was not doing good.
He can go. It seems like he'll go stretches where he holds the ball too long and he'll get hit. But
And
most of the time,
he's
maybe it's more
tired.
when he's
Yeah.
running. When he's running, he'll slide way soon before anybody even gets close to him.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. Let's talk about fantasy though.
Fantasy. So we had a close game, and I was even aided that Aaron Jones was a late scratch. But we were.
I even picked up Gore
It's like
just
what
like
happened, Brett?
I even picked up Gore to put in his place just in case he was out. And then we were driving, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's after 1:00. Damn it, I'm not gonna be able to see whether or not Aaron Jones is still in play." And
He was out with an out and only your quarterback doing 7 points. You're beating
I still have
Brett by
another
20
person
points.
to-
so
play
I was
tonight.
also
crazy.
in bye week hell.
Oh yeah.
I had the Seahawks defense, which
Holy
got me
cow.
-5 points. My starters just didn't show up. Except-
Alex's defense got 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 2 fumble recoveries, 16 points allowed.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Like
What about
21
you?
points. Me, I'm going to win, but I'm behind by 4 points. As long as Montgomery gives me 4 points,
Do something.
I'll win.
Yeah.
Which is the running back of Chicago that's playing
right.
tonight.
He plays the Rams tonight.
hmm It should happen.
So Alex, you're gonna be what 5-2,
I'll be 5-2.
I'll
I'll be
be
the highest ranked.
4-3. Patrick's going to lose, so he's
He's
gonna be
going to lose.
4-3.
He's getting rocked.
Yeah.
He's getting rocked.
Shane scored like 177
70,
points,
yeah.
something
A
ridiculous. Because
lot.
I think he had
He had
Joe-
two
he had
that scored.
Adams.
He had 80 points just between two people.
Adams and
his quarterback.
yes,
I don't know who it is.
Herbert, Justin Herbert, who I was gonna bring up.
They both
Ne-
had 38 points.
Never heard of the guy. He's playing for the Chargers because Tyrod Taylor's team doctor punctured his lung,
Oh,
giving him an injection of something. And nobody's ever heard of this guy. He's come in and he's playing really well. So, and nobody's talking about it either. Like none of the talking heads. So, he's one to watch.
that's tough.
That's
Okay.
it for fantasy.
Yeah, I mean that's
I'm
all.
on
I'm
a 2-game skid here. I'm not cool with that.
You what?
I'm on a 2-game skid here, and I'm not cool with that.
What do you mean skid?
2-game losing
Loss.
streak.
Oh, whatever. I've been losing all season. I'm
What's
just
this
happy I'm
gonna
winning.
put you at?
3 and 4, I think. I think that's right. I closed it out, but I know I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna have 3 wins on the season. So whatever, how many weeks we've gone. So
Okay.
yeah. So we want to move on to. We got some other stuff we got to get into today.
Let's talk to movie club because
Okay.
I know we did not watch it together this time.
Yeah, we're. What did we do Wednesday?
You
Alex
didn't
was
feel good.
wrecked.
Oh, I was wrecked. I just was not feeling good. I felt
I thought you'd
sick.
wait then and we'd watch it Sunday.
But we were busy Sunday.
yeah, we were gone
Oh.
all day.
That's
That
right.
was our anniversary.
Yeah. So we just decided, I was like, we were getting ready and I was like, it was just hitting me. I'm like, I'm not going to, I would just feel better if I could just stay here in my PJs, drink some tea, and if I end up having to go to bed early, we can shut it off.
Yeah. So this week we chose Thinner. Brett chose it for us to watch. It came out in 1996, starring Robert John Burke, Lucinda Jenny, and Joe Mantegna. The IMDb synopsis says, an obese attorney is cursed by a gypsy to rapidly and uncontrollably lose weight.
What does Rotten Tomatoes give this?
I didn't look. I'm not certain.
So
Why'd you choose this one? Why do you like this one so
I think
much?
I saw this on TV years ago and I just always liked it. I don't really have a good reason.
Mm.
It's not really scary.
No.
But it's
Ooh.
a kind of a scary idea if it were to be happening to you.
It
Yeah.
is not good on Rotten
I
Tomatoes.
figured it would probably
15%.
15%.
30% audience score. F, dude. I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, I enjoyed it, but the protagonist was a jerk mostly. I mean, I didn't
Mm.
like the protagonist.
You didn't like
The main
Billy?
character.
How come?
He was
He's
an
a
asshole the
jerk.
whole time.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
He doesn't like he hates his wife. He's only good to, I
His
mean,
wife is cheating on him.
That's
There
not-
is
that's
no
implied.
proof. It's implied that his wife is cheating on him.
It is implied.
You do not ever
but
see anything
the only
happening.
time you think about it is right at the end when he opens the door and the other guy's looking at him
Well,
like
and his
a deer in the
daughter
headlight.
says, yeah, he's been over here a lot. And he walks in, he's got his hands on her bare knees
Mm.
and in her hands. He's like, takes them away real quick. That's guilt right there.
Mhm.
Okay. I mean, I
But-
see that. He's also got that face that you don't like. I mean,
Punchable. Wait, who?
the-
Billy?
yeah, the main character. Like, there's
Well, half the time it wasn't even like I think it was only his real face at the very end when he gets
Yeah.
out of bed. The rest of it was always a fat
Fat
suit or a
suit.
thin suit.
he lost 20 pounds for the role. I couldn't get past the fast suit. Dude.
No.
Some of
That
That
that's
suit
really
was
bad.
very fake. Very
Ugh.
fake.
Yes, 1996 though.
I know.
And I bet the budget wasn't extraordinarily high.
They actually said the budget on IMDb
I
when I
said, it's
looked
like,
it
it
up.
doesn't.
So I guess we should
Yeah.
start with did you like it?
It was fine. It was
It was fine.
It was good for what
Yeah.
it was. I mean,
As
I
far
didn't
as
hate
was it scary? No.
It's a different type of horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a psychological horror, I guess. In a way, that's the only thing I could think of is if you're
Right.
scared of getting cursed or whatever. That's really it.
Well, and just the think about if you are losing weight, eventually there won't be anything left of you and
Yeah.
you're going to die.
Yeah, it's
$17 million budget. That's actually a lot for
That's-
90.
yeah, I would
for,
have
That's a
thought,
lot.
thought it would be less.
yeah.
I feel like I could go and make that movie myself.
Yeah. Okay, so his ties to the mob. Is this one reason why you like it? It's another mob tied movie.
No, that never really came to my head. But he's my favorite part of the movie.
He is a pretty interesting guy. He's probably the
There's the one line when he's helping him out at the end, and they're riding in the car, and he's got this nasty grin on his face, and Billy's like, "You like this, don't you, Richie?" He's like, "Like it? Are you kidding? I fucking love it."
yes.
It's so great.
What else? The gypsy curse and voodoo. I mean, that's nothing you really want to fool around with. I mean, that's one thing that gives the horror element to it. He walks up and just says Thinner to him. Man, the stuff that happened to the other guys.
Bad. Like
The reptile skin.
the judge got the
He got
reptile.
they got like bad acne or something.
It was
I don't
like
know.
Some kind of boils.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
awful. He told him to take the gun. That entire scene was weird. That entire take the gun and is like threatening with him to take the gun and he kills himself, or it's
He
implied
does.
he did.
Implied
I'm sure he
again.
did, yeah.
Right. Yeah. It feels like
Oh, actually, the end that got the part that it was just gross that he got was when he bled into the pie,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and then his wife
Eats the pie.
eats the pie and then is dead, and then the scene where he's like kissing her.
It's so gross. I
That's
agree.
gross. But then
yeah.
his daughter comes down and gets a fingerful of it and eats it. And I'm like, that just made me sick. I was
Yeah.
like, it's just gross.
But it was kind of like he knows he just killed his daughter. His wife's already dead. So then he's like, I'm going to take down the asshole that was screwing my wife.
Right.
And me too. And we're all going to be dead. So
Yeah.
I guess.
it's kind of like poetic justice.
It is.
I guess.
It's a hidden gem for a Stephen King movie. It's better than most of the ones I've seen. Like it's kind of like on the same lines of like.
I could definitely see, because this is obviously a book, right? Because it's a Stephen King.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
sure,
yes.
yeah.
I could
yes.
definitely see this being messing with your head as a like reading a book.
Because you're gonna feel what he's feeling.
Yeah,
more
like
of
I
his
feel like the
perspective.
book, like it was the movie or the book better in this case? I would definitely say without even reading the book, I'm pretty damn sure the book was
Most of the
probably way
time,
better.
The book is better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
King's cameo, can't miss it. Long time, he's the pharmacist.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't even.
Yeah.
I see it now. I didn't even think about it when
Really?
I watched it.
No, it didn't take me much because I've seen so many interviews of Stephen King,
Sure.
so I knew.
Yeah, Josh points it
Well,
out all
I
the time.
forgot that he was he'd had a short cameo in an episode of Sons of Anarchy.
I don't know that.
I don't remember.
He was the guy on a motorcycle that went to Gemma's dad's house when they accidentally killed the nurse. He was the one who
Oh, I
got
know.
rid of the body.
I know about the nurse part.
Oh,
And he
yeah.
was like, and Tig's like, where is he? Or no, Jack's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said she says, where is she? And he's like, where's who?
Yes, I know. Man, that's him?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I
Interesting.
didn't
Didn't know
know.
that.
That was it.
Tara, yeah.
Tara. Yeah. Yeah. It was fine. It was okay. It was a good movie for what it was. It was fine. Different type of thriller. I give it a 7. Maybe a 6. What are you thinking,
I'll
Alex?
go with 7.
What are you thinking? Worse?
4. She thinks 4.
I was gonna say 5.
Oh, okay. Well, you can have your own opinion. We're not all in this. We don't
You're
have
not
to.
Not gonna offend me.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Right. So, this is the last week of horror or thrillers or whatever we want to do with the month of October. And it's Alex's choice. What do we got, Alex?
So you started to bring this up today, and I was like, no, we're gonna talk about it.
What?
So IGN did a scariest movies.
Well, it wasn't IGN. It was Science actually claims this.
Oh, there it is. Yep, scientific study determines blah 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 is the scariest movie ever. Okay, so
Yes.
I had heard this on the radio, so I had gone to the list, and some of the stuff that we have watched. I freaking forgot to.
Well, I
pull
had a
up the
list of like the top 100 horror movies of all time, and none of the stuff we've watched is on the top 10. That's what's interesting to me.
Oh, okay, here it is. Okay, so some of the stuff. So I was gonna read this first, and then I'll tell you what we're gonna do. All right. So how it goes is The Visit,
What are you saying?
the top 10.
Top 10?
Top 10 scariest movies as of like this year or whatever.
Oh,
Not
from
that
a
come
different
out
list.
this year, but just this is their list that they came out with that they said science declares these are the top scariest movies
Okay.
as of like
What does
2020.
it judge like endorphin rushes?
Yeah, like they like hooked people up for their
really?
heart rate.
They went
Mhm.
this far
Yes.
with like heart rate and
Yes.
okay.
So and then I'll read the statistics on the top movie.
Okay.
So anyway, so The Visit, I don't think we've seen that one,
No.
have we? Okay, that's number 10. The Descent,
We've seen that one.
we've seen that
Have
one.
you seen that one, Brett? It's about them going into a
It's-
cave.
These girls are like spelunking basically in
Right.
a cave, and then they find these creatures that kill them off one by one, and it's very bloody.
Mhm.
But it's also a very dark movie. The Babadook,
This one I
Yeah.
passed on.
I think we passed on it, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know if that one's even worth watching.
So next one is The Conjuring 2.
Oh yeah.
We just watched that one.
I'd
So
say that one was pretty scary. Not like
Um,
after a while it wasn't, but
It Follows is on the list.
that is a good movie.
the one that you.
Well,
one of
okay,
the other
I
ones you
wanted us to watch that one, but it's more like,
I think it's all up here.
well, a lot of movies are all up here. Like, there's all these.
I just didn't find it that scary.
Like
it was
the
more like
Blair
there's
Witch
just like
is
some.
all up here.
There's just some jump scares, but I think the Blair Witch had a lot better.
No.
Yeah,
No.
mhm,
No.
I do.
That is
I'm
all
sorry.
opinion based.
I know,
First of all,
I know.
people think that the first Halloween is a good movie, so let's start from there.
Right? Okay, so next is Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, that's all in your head too.
Yep. Hereditary.
I've never seen that one.
Never seen that one. The Conjuring.
We've seen that one.
So both Conjurings are on the top list.
That's awesome.
Insidious.
That movie is not that
I don't get
good.
why people think it's scary. It's not very
It's
good.
not. It's not. It's not good at all. Especially when it goes into the other side. It's awful. Awful. It was scary for a second, but the camera angle kills it for me. Just the way it was directed. So what was number 1?
Sinister.
Oh yeah. Sinister.
So, scientific study has determined that 2012's Sinister is the scariest movie of all time. So, and they said scary can be defined by many things and ranges from person to person.
Absolutely.
Some people are more scared by the drawn out, gets under your skin horror found in movies like I always say it wrong.
Midsummer. Yes.
While others prefer the more in-your-face scares found in like the Conjuring or Insidious. So
Insidious is not in your
I
face
didn't think
at
so.
all.
So the study measures resting heart rates of 50 individuals of different ages while they watched over 100 hours of scary movies.
Huh.
When all is said and done, the
100
study
hours. I thought they watched 100 movies.
they watched over 100 hours of scary movies.
Okay.
When all is said and done, the study had determined a list of the 35 scariest movies,
Okay.
and the top was Sinister.
Hmm.
The average resting heart rate of the 50 individuals was 65 beats a minute. During Sinister, that average jumped to 86, which equates to 32% increase. No other movie saw higher rise in the average BPM.
I'd like to put that to the test.
It says the highest jump scare, the highest average, highest heart rate reading in that movie is 133, which is like
That's a lot.
a lot. That's
Brett,
like your heart going. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
For my Twitch channel, I actually have a beats per minute resting. I have like a heart rate monitor on my Twitch. So every single game I'm playing, I'll check my heart rate and where it's normally at. Normally I'm in like the 70s. That's my average. Yeah. That's interesting. So is that the movie?
So there was I'm torn, and so that's why I'm gonna give you guys a choice.
Okay.
So last scary movie of the month, we've either got Sinister, because it's considered the scariest movie of all time, so we'll be the judge of that, or we have a suggestion movie, which is As Above, As Below, or
As Above, So Below.
So Below, which is another scary movie. I've not seen either one.
I don't care.
I'm interested in Sinister.
Sinister?
Just because that's considered the
That's
scariest. Fine. Let's just see if we can get through it then.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Sinister. Sounds good.
All right, so we're going to watch the quote-unquote scariest movie of all time.
We'll have all day Sunday to do that.
We will. So we'll be
in a new house, and we'll be moved in, and we'll have no internet, so we'll have to.
Yeah, we'll have to watch
Blu-ray
it anyway.
Or
we can go Redbox it. Does that still
maybe
exist?
Maybe. I don't know.
What year did that come out? 2012?
Yeah.
It might be re-released.
Well, I mean, like they always like put like specials, and so there's probably Halloween
especially
movies.
right now where no movies are coming out.
Yeah.
We'll have to check a Redbox, see if they still exist.
Oh, I don't know if they're doing it because of COVID.
That's a good question.
Or you could just come over to my house.
We could just go.
Oh, we could just go.
We'll just see. We'll see. We'll see on Sunday.
So, anyways, that's what we're gonna do.
Yep. Okay. Sinister.
Sinister.
Sounds good. Anyways, moving on from there. So, Halloween is this weekend.
It is
Friday.
We're not,
Friday,
Saturday. We're not celebrating it. We've had people asking about our Halloween parties and stuff. We're not doing it.
Not happening.
We're not doing it. We're moving. So yeah, you've already seen our living room, Brett. It's all cleared out.
Yeah.
Well, for the most part.
Yeah. What do you guys want to move into?
I've got just a couple things.
Okay.
Like nerd news, things like that.
Sure.
That I had found.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
If you're waiting, I have something for nerd news.
Yes.
Nope, I found it. Oh. Okay, Brett. Fast and Furious news.
I don't know. What?
We're gonna end on the next one.
Oh, it's done?
Yep. They said the Fast and Furious saga will end after films 10 and 11.
Which
whoa. 10 and 11.
They're only on 9.
Yeah, that's
it
3 more movies.
10 and 11 are going to be the last ones.
They have 3 more movies. That's still a lot more.
Why even announce that?
No.
That's what they did. They said it will
maybe
be.
They have the script
it said Fast and Furious 11 will be the final film of the saga. with Justin
That's-
Lin
that's
to
a lot of
direct
movies.
both 10 and 11.
That's a lot of movies.
They're bringing back Justin Lin. That's what? So 9 comes out in 21.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think 10 is going to be 24 and then probably 27.
Holy cow.
That's almost 10,
We'll have a child by then.
Yeah,
almost 10
probably.
10 years later. I mean, who
Right.
cares? You know?
Oh my god.
Nobody's even going to remember that.
At that point, I mean, unless they speed it up, like there's people who were doing like back to back, like annual.
I suppose if they were going to shoot back to back, they could do it every other year.
Right. My
or
god.
even every, year.
I wonder if they're still gonna continue on with like a spin-off.
The title's worth a lot of money, so even if they change the cast completely and maybe even change the idea,
Yeah.
if they use that kind of, if it's in that universe, it will make money.
Interesting.
Sad news in the world.
What's the matter?
Jeff Bridges was diagnosed with lymphoma.
Oh,
Yeah.
When did that come out?
Like 3 days ago.
Jeff Bridges.
Yep. Not good.
The dude is not invincible.
what's lymphoma?
Lymphoma, it's cancer of your lymph system, so lymph nodes, things that your
Okay.
immune system.
What is your lymph
it's
nodes? What
not-
do they do? Can you explain?
They help you with your immune system. So
That's
if
it?
you get if that gets attacked and shut down and it gets spread into your lungs, like you have lymph nodes everywhere in your body.
What is stored in your lymph nodes?
Lymphocytes,
I don't
which are like they're a type of white blood cell that like
Okay,
eats
you said the
things
white.
and-
You just said what? You could have said
it's
white
part
blood
of your
cell,
like
and I would have
immune
understood
system.
that.
It attacks bad things. So basically, you get cancer or something that attacks bad things. It starts attacking itself, and
Okay.
so your immune system gets shot, and then it could get spread to different parts of your body really easily because you have lymph nodes everywhere, and then it gets into your lungs, and yeah, it's not good. It's not a good cancer. I
Well,
mean,
I
no
mean,
cancer's good cancer.
There are treatable cancers, and that's not as treatable.
We've also got in better news, Tom Holland is gonna play Nathan Drake in Uncharted.
That's old news.
Well, the photo just came out.
We've talked about that.
The photo just came out. Did you see it?
I did.
Yeah.
And Mark Wahlberg is going to play Sully.
I don't know who that is
It's because you haven't played the game.
because I don't own a PlayStation.
An Addams Family series is in production
That's not
with Tim Burton.
Well, as long as they cast it right, I'll be happy.
Is it live action?
Mm-hmm.
Because the last movie was animated.
Yeah.
It will be set in modern day and will be produced by Tim Burton.
I think we might have to watch
So
that.
I'm like,
Produced or executive produced?
it says produced.
You've seen both of his.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first and second. Those are so good. 2
Yeah.
is so
I haven't
funny.
seen them in a long time, though.
We watched them last Halloween, I
I think
think.
they're on Netflix.
They should be. Yeah. If not HBO Max, because that's been taking everything lately. Like it's like everything is on HBO Max. Like it's taken most of Cartoon Network's Adult Swim, and it's got South Park on there. That's weird. Hulu had that. It's crazy.
And I had one more thing.
Okay.
So this is just kind of like a badass shout out because I think it's cool. Brett, you can STFU.
Uh-oh. This is something in space, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
So, and you actually might think it's a cool thing, but they had posted this picture off of NASA, and it said meet Alyssa Carson.
Oh,
She's
I
just
saw this.
18 years old, and she has already started her astronaut training to be the first person to walk in Mars.
She's 18.
She's 18 years old, and she's already.
What gives her the right? What
She's really smart.
She's really smart.
She's really
Okay.
smart, and I read that she's been to every single space camp that is
Yeah.
offered,
That's a lot of
which
work.
makes me think that her parents are well to do, because I'm pretty sure those aren't cheap.
Oh well, probably
That's
not. No.
another thing. You
She's
just gotta think
18 and
about-
she's gonna go walk on Mars. I mean, obviously not for years, but like she is training. Her training is to go and walk on Mars.
I was thinking about that the other day when I looked outside and I saw Mars because it's real close right now. Like people can it's
like you can,
it's
yeah,
bright.
you can see like
It
the
was
nice
bright.
orange.
I don't know if it still
orange
is.
light in the sky.
I was like, we're gonna be on that thing in our lifetime. That's crazy. We're going back to the moon. NASA.
So yeah. So with that, there was one more space.
NASA,
Well, I mean,
NASA's giving Nokia $14 million to put a 4G
saw
tower on the moon.
no,
Communi-
5G.
No, it's 4G.
I thought it was 4.
Nope.
5?
Nope. I looked at it today. 4G network.
Oh.
That's huge. Still, 4G is big. Don't even like 5G just got big in Like, the iPhone is more powerful than the rocket ship that took the man to the moon in 1969, all right? So just
Yeah.
think about that.
2 more space things.
That's big, though.
On
Communication's going to be
Tuesday,
great.
so almost a week ago, NASA made history after a spacecraft successfully collected samples from the surface of an asteroid.
What's big about that?
We set
Can't-
something.
Yeah, you can't. It's like
We
it's like
set something.
Armageddon.
It's like Armageddon. We set something down that's moving.
What are we taking from this asteroid?
Samples.
Of what?
The asteroid. We got on there, took it, and
You know
we're on our way
there's
back.
actually-
Well, especially being unmanned, that's a pretty big deal.
That's a big
Did you know
deal.
there's like a big cloud of beer in the sky, like in out there?
It took almost 2 years circling the asteroid.
I'm not
listen
joking.
to me. Listen to me.
It's like there's like alcohol in space. There's
Josh.
like a big what?
It took 2 years of circling the asteroid
I'm
to be
looking
able to calculate it and land on it.
Oh, that
And
I
we
didn't
just
know.
did, yes, we just did that on Tuesday.
Cool.
So high five to humans because
2
we're
years
awesome.
though, in Armageddon they did it
In a day.
in what 18 days.
So
Looks like
and then
a-
last thing that was announced 2 days ago.
I'm gonna try to find this.
Oh wait. Oh, we can see if it's announced now because it said on Monday they're gonna announce it.
What?
It said ahead of NASA's return to the moon in 2024, the space agency is teasing a quote unquote exciting new discovery about the celestial satellite to be announced on Monday.
This is it.
So we need to figure out what it is that they're announcing.
Wood alcohol. There's a big cloud of wood alcohol. I don't understand this, but this is what there's an alcohol cloud in space. I was looking it up just to make sure it actually exists.
They said they were going to announce it today. What is it? What is it? What is it?
Oh yeah, that's right. There was something about that, wasn't there? That's interesting.
That's what was announced.
What?
NASA moon announcement. Water definitely found on the surface.
Oh, I heard about that on IGN. They had it this morning. I didn't think that was. Thought there was already water.
NASA telescope uncovers definitive evidence of water on the moon.
So what does that mean? Water on the
Water is a life source.
So there's life on the moon.
Possibly.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be ice?
Well,
Well,
yes.
In shadow,
In
it's
shadow,
super
I guess,
cold,
but like.
in sun, it's super hot. So.
So that was announced 6 hours ago.
We're gonna be
NASA
colonizing that
confirms
bitch
water
soon.
has been spotted on the sunlit surface of the moon.
Would you go to the moon?
No.
Yes.
Why do you say no?
I don't even want to travel internationally. Why would I want to go to the moon?
He doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to travel interdimensionally or
We're not trying to.
intergalactically.
Josh, he's not trying
Intergalactic?
to host an intergalactic kegger.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. That was the best line ever from
Zed.
Rick.
Speaking
Zed.
of that, so we played Gears on Saturday night, and you know what our Gear sessions turn into? Just a bunch of quotes from 20-year-old movies.
Yeah, but it's funny.
And we're also yelling at each other, pick us up, or you not knowing how to pause a game when you're walking away to pee.
We were like yelling. We're like, well, I guess we'll just do it without him.
I'm really, I'm
That
kind
was
of,
funny.
I'm kind of surprised we got through 2 waves
Yeah,
inside
us too. We've never done
inside
that.
of 5, it's like 5 hours. Inside of 5 hours, we did like 2.5 hours each side, and it was great.
Oh, then we had that
Well, we
one
did get
failure in
let's
the middle.
the fail in the middle of going a
We
little
only
bit
got to
more
wave
difficult.
6.
Yeah, that was bad.
It
That was
was,
real bad.
that's a big difference between that intermediate up to the next one.
I don't think we were prepared for it. That's probably why we were goofing around. Because normally we play a lot more confidently, especially after you discover what ability you can actually use properly. Like, I always forget that I am really good at meleeing, and if I melee, I'm taking them down in 2 swings. It's like crazy. Alex is the same way with her shotgun. She realized how much she's much better at that. That's why she didn't pick up the M bar anymore.
Oh no, I was just shotgunning everything. I was like just charging at things as they were shooting at me, and I was
Were
like
you
busting through them
were
with a
you
shotgun.
Blind firing?
Kinda.
Depending, I was
'Cause
like,
it's, honestly, if you're gonna get close, it's easier to not aim down the sights and pull the shotgun trigger.
then yeah, I was.
Just hip firing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And most of the time it was 1 or 2 shots, and they would just bleed out and die. So.
It's such a and like I always forget. Like Alex and I were sitting there, like, man, I always forget how much we love Gears, especially Gears 5. Like they did it just right.
I tell you, that's why you should play the campaign.
Well, we're moving this weekend. It's gonna happen. We were moving half the stuff over today. We hauling up all the cars. All the lamps are gone and stuff. We've got the house pretty much
So
filled
when
up.
will you be out?
Saturday is our official move out, but I think we'll have everything out by Friday night. I'm pretty certain of that. What do you think, Alex?
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
So what's this Xbox?
Oh, so Phil Spencer came out last week and said, made a comment, and I did not read the article, which I should have, but he mentioned Xbox Game Pass streaming sticks, which makes me think kind of like a Google Chrome or a Roku stick where you plug it in and you stream Game Pass games.
Interesting.
Which I thought was interesting because right now with Game Pass, you don't stream, you download it.
Yeah.
But with PlayStation Now, it's streaming and it's not a very good service.
You can stream Xbox games to your phone right now. I can, yeah. But I have to have a controller connection. I tried to play Halo. I can launch Halo. I've launched Halo on my phone.
So how do you do that?
I can just do it right now.
But I mean, what do you use to do that?
Just the Xbox app.
Okay, try it.
Yep, I'm gonna launch one right now. I did it last time I was hanging out with your brother actually, and I was like, he said that you could do it. I was like, there's no way. He's like, yeah, Xbox. What was it? Cloud or what was it called?
xCloud.
Yeah. Let's see. I could probably go into Gears 5 actually. No, let's launch on console. I have to go to Game Pass, which will just give me a second here. Popular. Oh wait. My library.
Like, are you saying you can play Halo on your phone?
Yes.
But
I had
you gotta
it.
connect a controller.
Right. I just want to make sure I can do that because I had it like last. Oh, here we go. Let's just do Forza 4.
Even though you don't have it downloaded?
Yeah, I can stream
Because
it.
You
you're
can
streaming
stream
it.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, well, duh. That's like the whole thing we're talking about. I'm like, all I think about is like, well, is it downloaded? It's all I ever ask Josh, like when we're about to stream, like, is this downloaded?
Right. Okay, so there's Master Chief Collection available on. I'm trying to remember how I did it. Nah, they updated it. I'll have to do it some other time.
Okay.
Darn, I wanted to see that.
It's really cool, and I did it once. It was like a beta thing that they sent me. Maybe I have it. What else? What is it called?
xCloud?
xCloud.
Or is
Oh,
it
wait.
DirectX?
Wait, I got Game Pass here. This might work this way. Cloud. Play with touch. Yeah, let me just
okay.
Let me just launch one with touch here. Super Lucky's Tale. Sure. Play.
And this is just a game that's on Game Pass.
Yep. It's launching right now on my phone. So it's like.
And then is this for any game that's on Game Pass or just whatever they have that says that you're able to stream?
Yeah, it's getting the game ready on my actual phone here, so I'm showing that on stream here. Yeah, it's actually launching it. It's streaming it to my actual phone. Don't forget to clip your controller. Well, yeah, you got to get a controller. Like, I'd love to have one. I could just start playing video games on the go. It's in beta form right now. It's not like an actual official release. So
it's basically like having your Xbox on your phone.
yeah, only specific titles though.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Mm-hmm. Like I launched the Master Chief Collection. I think it's actually installed on my phone.
That's ridiculous.
Like you can download the title, but you can also just stream it too. That's pretty.
There it
yep.
goes.
Oh, yeah. So here's all the okay.
Can you not do anything without a controller?
Probably
well,
not.
it's the controls right here.
Oh, okay.
So
That's cool.
yeah,
Huh, that's pretty cool.
it's pretty interesting stuff. Yeah, it's
I
got
probably
two
wouldn't do
sticks.
it on my phone, but I would absolutely do it on my iPad.
Well, you can get controller. That's really weird that the trigger's like that. But yeah. So interesting stuff. I didn't know that it's on Game Pass. It's a Game Pass app. That's what it is. It's not the Xbox app.
Okay.
So you have to have Game Pass. So yeah, interesting stuff. You can do it now. I don't know if it's on the iPhone. I know it's on Android though.
No, I have the Game Pass app
Do you?
on my iPhone. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know what else you guys want to talk about. Might have to. What's up?
We can go to the fan question.
The fan question. Oh my gosh. Yes, I totally forgot about that actually. Thanks for mentioning that. So Alex, you came up with this one
Mm-hmm.
when we were watching all the Scream movies, like all these horror movie rules and stuff. Like, what's your number one rule for surviving? Let me pull that up here. The horror movie logic.
The fan topic this week is, what is your number one rule for surviving a horror movie?
Yep. And more horror movie logic. Killers in the basement. Better go check it out.
Yep, that's exactly how movies do it.
It's some people just want to be strong and just get it taken care of. Go see what it is and figure it out.
We actually got quite a few responses on this one. I was very happy to see everybody had a lot of different answers.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll go ahead and just start with Instagram here.
Well, what with us?
Yeah. We
Oh
go
yeah,
first.
yeah, we go first.
We have
Sorry.
opinions too, Alex.
I'm sorry,
Welcome
this
to the
is-
show.
this
This is
is-
the PTO Unlimited podcast.
Okay, fine, go ahead.
What's one of your rules for surviving, Brett?
So I think the number one thing to remember if you find yourself in that kind of situation is to trust your instincts.
Some people don't have good instincts.
That's
So.
true, but I mean, it's easy or it seems cliche to say, think about the movies that you've seen and what didn't work for people and maybe learn something from it,
Right.
even though, yes, it's a movie
Yes.
and it's, predetermined outcome.
Right.
But if something doesn't feel right, get out of there.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So it's just basically like you have either the flight or flight.
Fight or flight.
Fight or flight.
Fight or what did I say?
Flight or flight. Fight.
Yeah.
Or flight.
Fight or flight.
Yes.
Or foe. Or fawn. Fight, flight.
Foe?
Fight, flight, or fawn.
I don't know
Freeze.
the
Freeze or
part.
fawn. Yes.
I don't know what that is.
Fawn is get behind someone else
Yeah.
to back
Yeah.
you up.
Yeah. Like Bambi.
You mean a human shield?
Kinda.
Kinda.
In an actual literal sense.
Yeah.
Well, when you're fighting or flighting or fawning or freezing, one of those things.
One of those four.
Yeah. Alex is a freeze.
I'm
Or
a
fight.
freeze, I think. I don't know.
I
I'm
mean-
kind of both. I like freeze, then I like
So there's
get out of the freeze and fight.
the movie that you hate, Wrong Turn.
Yes.
There's a line in there that says the guy's trying to convince his girlfriend we gotta go. He's like, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get married, and we're never gonna go into the woods again. So that makes me think if you're gonna be isolated, in the movie they're going camping.
Yes.
Well, you better be prepared for all kinds of situations. If you get a flat tire out in the middle of nowhere,
You're screwed.
you're gonna end up walking through the woods to some strange house
Yes.
with God knows what in it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Those are just the kind of things I would think about.
Mine is stay clean, stay sober. Basically, don't
You can't make
no
you
roughhousing,
can't make rational decisions if you're
drunk, stupid,
intoxicated, you're
yes.
impaired.
In any form.
However, hopefully,
Some
if you're
people-
getting to that state, you're not in the situation where you can't
Figure
be-
it out.
Yes. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, by saying like clean, as in like you can't be like that's like you can't have sex, no none of that stuff. But Cabin in the Woods kind of explains it.
Yeah. But so does scary movie. So does Scream.
Well, you're using like I guess I'm talking about real life situations where the horror.
What do you mean like you're
movies-
distracted?
The horror movies with what they capitalize on,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whereas you're talking about the actual movie.
Well, I'm
Well,
saying
I
in
mean,
general,
in
you
general,
don't
just
be
like-
distracted.
But my original question, the way I had it, was if you could write your own horror movie survival rules, like what would it be? Like,
Yeah.
So whether it's and that you have to kind of combine real world with
So
horror movies.
If
so.
a
Well, staying
horror
sober is a big
movie
one.
was going to, if that kind of situation would play out,
Mhm.
that's when I would be like, trust your instincts around that kind
Yeah,
of
but that can
situation.
go to
Right.
like someone's natural instinct could be like, oh, something's in the basement. Let me go figure it out. So maybe that's their natural instinct.
I guess
So you have to go off of your own intuition.
Well, I mean, I guess how you interpret
How you would hope
instinct. like,
anyone would
if-
do it.
you would
Right.
to me, if your instinct is there's something bad in the basement, go away
So,
from the basement.
Right. So I
Everyone's
know,
like,
but-
who goes
alright,
down
so-
into the basement?
But here's
Well,
the thing.
Some people
Here's the
might.
thing. When Josh and I, like, if we hear a noise, ever, like in our 18-year relationship, if we were in a scary situation, we heard a noise. You know what I do automatically?
Tell
I
him to
go.
go look.
I tell him. I was like, oh my gosh, I hear this. Do I tell him? No. What does he do? Automatically grabs a weapon and goes. Like that's his thing. Is he grabs something and
I guess I have done that many times.
that's what you
Many
do. You
times.
think that you would just run, or you think that you would just do something. You go and check it
Well,
out. He's
if
gonna be the
you're-
first to die, by the
If you're
way.
in your own,
I guess I might. I don't know,
His
but I'll be
natural-
sober doing it.
His natural instinct is to go check it out.
Well,
If-
sure they're not
If
getting to
you're
you.
in your own house, though,
Right. It's always been in my own place.
Yeah, I think it's always been like
I would-
in our own house.
I mean, I live alone, and I would always grab my firearm and
yeah.
go take a peek.
Yeah.
Josh
Yeah.
usually grabs a weapon.
Oh my God! I just realized the last time I remember talking to you about this.
Like,
going
I'm not
into
even
your
joking,
apartment
dude.
and you were
I
sleeping,
was sleeping.
Oh my God, we
And-
were so scared.
and I was like, I didn't realize it until later. You could have shot me. I didn't announce myself.
You
No.
didn't, but the lights were on, weren't they?
Yeah, but you were passed out,
I
You're
was.
just like, I was.
and I
you could've
walked
been
into your bedroom.
and you were sleeping.
Yeah, I'm very lucky you didn't wake up.
Well, you don't just start firing. You identify the target first.
I'm good. You know that.
I would have like, oh crap, it's Josh. Okay, don't
Oh
shoot.
God.
Okay, don't shoot.
I'm just thinking for my own well-being. That was not a good. That was
Josh,
not
I
a good
believe you
plan
got
on my
in-
own part.
I think it was like as we were driving away, Josh has like a
I had to come to Jesus. Like
moment.
I
and
just
he was like,
realized.
I just almost died just by walking into Brett's house while he was sleeping.
Well, I mean, not knowing what your intuition is.
Yeah, what your instinct.
You always say in any horror movie, like, identify the target. Make sure you know what you're seeing first.
Yeah.
That's a good intuition
Well,
for
that's-
you.
Well, if you're
That's-
gonna shoot him, at least shoot him in the leg or something.
They
He can live without a leg.
the training that cops get, you can't just go in to a situation firing. You have to identify
You hope.
the
Yeah.
threat
Yeah.
before you pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Or that's what they're trained to do.
Okay, so anyways, when I wrote mine was stick together and no basements. Those are like I was trying to come up
No
with the top
basements
three.
is a really good
No
thing.
basements, no second story.
Right.
You don't go up to a dead end.
That's what Alex.
A second story does not equal a dead end.
It might.
well,
Not in my house.
in our studio, we have a means
Not in
to
this.
get out.
Not even in this. Not even in this situation or this apartment that we're in. This is
There's
not
no natural exit though.
natural. No, but is it that far off the fucking ground? No. Am I gonna if it is the life or death situation? I'm gonna jump out that fucking window.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing about that. I mean, that's a legit thing. Easy.
If there's whether or not it's like
Well, I
a
guess
fire or
what I
someone's
meant
breaking
was-
in.
Because even it's a line even in the first Scream is instead of running out the front door, they're running upstairs. You can't really
Yeah.
get away when you run upstairs.
You can go hide.
That's not getting
That's
away.
not gonna help you.
and that's
they're-
no.
They're gonna
And
find you.
and they naturally find every single person. Don't go hide.
In the movie.
Yes. Which means don't go hide. You know where you go? You go to a populous area. You go to another house.
That doesn't always work in the movies either. Sometimes a more populated area, like Halle Berry,
Go
Jada
ahead.
Pinkett Smith getting stabbed 7 times in the theater.
Yeah, that's true. It was a raucous party. Raucous party in the theater.
That's a way of
You
putting
could go
it.
to the second story if you have a panic room.
Yes, and I
Okay,
would love to have one.
It's easier, my opinion, depending on the basement. It is easier to jump out a second story window than it is to climb up and out of a basement
Oh yeah, you
that may or may not have any windows,
Well, the windows
You have to
not easy.
Easy.
or the windows are this big.
You have to anticipate you jump out of a second
Yeah.
story window, you're probably gonna twist an ankle or roll an ankle. Something.
Would you rather do that, or would you rather be stuck in a basement where there's a window that's not even as big as your
I'm
head?
just saying, just because you jumped out the window doesn't mean you're gonna get away because you could be immobile.
Yeah, think of where you're landing.
Yes, but at least I tried.
Alex, our bedroom window when we move has concrete where we're landing. That's not good.
You have to jump. You know.
Yeah.
We'll get a
Don't
ladder.
just drop. You gotta.
We'll get one of those window ladders.
Oh, fire ladder.
Yeah,
yes.
fire ladder. That's a good
Those are
idea.
loud
Now
as
that we're
shit.
talking about
Those
it,
are
we're like,
loud.
hey, if it's gonna save our ass from jumping out the window, then sure, let's get one.
It's made out of metal chain. Well, we can probably get a rope one that'll just shatter your
Yeah,
patio.
let's just tie our sheets together real
It'd
quick
still
and
be-
jump out the
it'd still be
window.
really loud.
Then the fire will like burn it off as we're coming down the.
The
going down.
rungs are wood and they'll be clattering all together.
We'll see. We'll
It's
see what we
fine.
get.
Okay, so I said stick together, no basements. Those were my two that were just automatic. Those are my rules.
Mhm.
So going to
I got Facebook.
going to Instagram right now.
Okay, I got Facebook.
Okay, going to Instagram right now.
Okay, Alex wants to talk first.
We've got a podcast called Videotainment Network.
Go ahead.
Yes, that's how they say it. Videotainment Network or VT Network. They said our host, Dead Man, said it, and we all agree with it wholeheartedly. Never go into the woods.
Look, they're right there, Brett. Wrong turn. Never go into the woods.
Never go into the woods.
Never go into the woods.
We've got Patrick from Paranormal Pativity podcast.
Yo.
Never split up. That way, if you do have to run, you can trip someone to give yourself more time.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so don't be in a horror movie with Patrick.
Thinking outside the box. Well, I mean, we do play Dead by Daylight with him, and his thinking of being. I can never really recall if he's really good at being the survivor or not, because I think I'm the only one who's ever really gotten
He's
out.
pretty good about being the killer.
Yeah, that's true. We got a couple on Facebook here while you're looking, Alex. One from your sister page saying, stay away from the doors and windows. Stay hidden and don't make a sound. The slightest noise and you're a goner. That's just a hiding method that...
Yeah. Some people have a hiding.
Pretty
method.
legit.
Mm-hmm.
Good advice.
Justin Kelly saying, don't split up. I've never once thought, hey, let's split up and figure out this problem.
You know, I read that. He said that one thing by not splitting up, you need to be able to watch the other. One person can be the eyes for the back of the other person.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That's in a movie. Is it AVP or is it? It might be one of those Alien vs Predator movies where there's actually two people doing that, where they're looking back and like one's looking one way, one looking the other way. It might be. I might just be thinking of just picturing it. We got Olivia on Facebook. She says, don't follow the freaking sounds. Don't go into a room without a light on, and never go upstairs.
Okay, so we're in agreement.
Legit.
Don't go upstairs.
Legit. I love it.
We've got JMT podcast. They say, always be aware of your surroundings.
It's a good one.
We've got the fickle.
That's the way I live my life.
Right.
Yeah. I'm always looking around too. Alex is very, very aware of her surroundings at like mostly all times. Don't you do it, Kat.
What does she do?
She's Nymeria came in here.
Maria?
She's just I'm just expecting the worst.
Don't you do
it.
Don't do it.
Don't even think about it.
Okay, we've got I already said it. The Fickle Fanboy podcast. My number one rule for surviving any movie: Junior Mints and Sprite. Unless it's a bad movie, in which that case the genre still doesn't matter as long as you switch that Sprite out for a Jack and Coke. Unless you mean if I was in the movie.
There we go. How would you survive watching one? Wow. Okay. I want some Junior Mints now.
in which case it's simple. I just make sure I can run faster than the killer, or at least faster than the other morons near me. And I love that response. That's awesome. We've got the Terrible Terror podcast. Just leave. No searching, no mystery. Just get in the car and get the fuck out.
There you go. There's no mystery. Just GTFO.
I love how everyone's like got just such different responses.
We got Cassidy on Facebook that says, her rule is to watch where I'm going so I don't trip. That's just real basic.
Everybody trips.
Like we just watched The Strangers, and she just falls on that little divot.
Yep, that's all it takes.
That's all it took. And she couldn't walk.
Dan from Dan and Cody podcast says, never run away up the stairs.
Yep, I just said that.
Yeah, that's like in Scream 2. Think about that.
And we've
Sarah Michelle Gellar runs up the stairs.
Isn't that crazy? Sarah Michelle Gellar was in I Know What You Did Last Summer and Scream. Like she's in 2 major franchises. That's awesome.
They've also commented under their own podcast, Dan and Cody podcast. If you're black, you better be the main character, otherwise you're fucking dying.
That's always the stigma. Always the stigma.
It is.
Well, you see it in Scream 2, right away at the beginning, both of them.
But yeah, if it's otherwise you're dying in a horror movie.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so and then we have got one more here. Just in Time podcast. They say number one rule to surviving a horror movie or any disaster is ditch everyone and turn around right away if you're in a situation like
oh my god,
like out in the wilderness. Just don't go. If you're home, leave right away. Screw everyone else. You don't need to die for love or friendship. You can find new loves and friends.
Oh my god, what a loner. Freaking bye.
I love it.
That is awesome.
Awfully cowardly.
I could see a lot of people doing that. Be like, bye, I'm out. Nope, I don't care. I don't know if that's okay. That can be considered cowardly, or it can be considered very smart. Like you don't want to be part of the
Well,
situation at
it's-
all.
It is survival,
Right.
but
Survival is they're
let's just
fleeing.
say that
They're flighting.
if everybody but you dies, can you live with that?
Well, they'll be living.
They will.
They will be living.
Will they experience any guilt?
You know what?
for-
You know
That's a
what?
good question.
There's that saying that's after you die, the only way you keep living on is your memory getting passed down. So, in other words, what's the point of living if or the point of staying with everybody in your group if at least one of you needs to survive, so that way we can keep your memory
Survive.
going. So if we all die, then no one's gonna ever remember anything.
I
Dang.
suppose.
Well, that's thinner right there.
No one's gonna be able to tell the story.
That's thinner right there. Everyone dies. No one tells the story.
That immediate family does.
Well, no one knows what happened, but the
True.
gypsy, and the gypsy's not going to tell a soul. So
True.
at that point, that's wow. We're
The
putting
gypsy
all these
has your last
movies
name.
in. Yeah. Okay. No.
Limp.
LEMPKE.
Limp.
I did
Oh my gosh,
not-
that was really
that
messing
messed
with
with
me.
me. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this. She said Mrs. Lemke. I'm like, I don't like this.
Tadzu Limpke.
I was like, I gotta look into my last name. I gotta look into it. I gotta get like a 23. What is that? 23andMe? Is that where you check out your?
That's like your heritage or your
Yeah.
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 Ancestry.
Yeah. That's what I want.
Basically, it's gonna tell you, Josh, that you're white.
With a little bit of
so
whatever
our
else
friend-
I'm mixed
Our
with.
friend Jared did it.
Yeah.
And it came back like it was like
Irish, German.
no, it was like
It was mainly
it was
Irish.
like Irish, English, and like American or something. He was like, basically, I'm white. It's
Well, we've all seen Jared.
but it's the way like he posted it on Facebook and he's like, it just told me I'm white. That's it.
I'd like to do it just to see where I'm from.
It would be fun.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what both of ours would be. Maybe we could do they always have Christmas specials on that.
They
stuff.
do. I
think
always
that'd
see
be
them
fun.
on
It's
Amazon.
Just, it's just a cheek swab is
Right.
all it is. Yeah.
Right. I think it's time to get out of here, guys.
Is it
We
that time?
yeah, we don't really have
Wait, didn't you want to do the top horror movies of all time?
Alex did them. She talked about them.
I already did it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the top 10.
I had part of that
Yeah.
in my list. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
all right.
That's
Yep.
the scientific one, and that's. I mean, I don't know how many movies they said 100 hours.
There's some that I saw that weren't
Yeah.
even on the list. Like we never really watched. Was like Psycho, Rosemary's Baby.
So
and
that
all
came
that.
out
Those
to
are like,
be that
those
came
are
out.
icons.
So that 100 hours they said in that article came out to be 35 movies. Like they made a top 35, so I just read off the top 10.
Mhm.
Right.
I don't know what else
Yeah,
was.
those
on
are
there,
like the
but-
scariest ones.
But I was like, well, we've seen The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2. But I just like having those at like more the top of the list, or Insidious being on there. I was like,
Yeah.
it really wasn't that scary. So I'm really hoping that I'm impressed with
Sinister. Yeah.
I'm really hoping I'm impressed with it.
Hmm.
I really hope that you, me, and I hope that you two are curled up to me.
Oh,
with the,
F off with
the
that.
blanket
No.
by your face, and I look over at Brett as Brett goes, "Woo!"
See how
when
that.
that 133 beats a minute scare comes out.
It won't happen.
He's gonna throw the dog or something.
Oh my god.
Oh,
All right.
did I tell you which? Was it last? What's the movie that we just watched not too long ago? And I said we watched it, and I had not popcorn.
The Strangers.
Was it The Strangers? No, we were watching it at home. It was something scarier. Oh, it was one of the Scream movies. I said I
yeah.
jumped. It was Scream 4.
Mhm.
I jumped and I threw something that was in my hand. And
It was your Reese's.
It was my
bag of
Reese's in my
Reese's.
hand, and it wasn't even a scary
Oh
part.
yeah, you got to announce your trilogy.
Oh, we need to
Yeah,
do trilogy
I
trivia.
didn't really look into it, but I guess we can just do the purges.
The Purges.
I'm
Okay.
alright with that.
Do you
So
want to do the 1, 2, 3, and then the first purge, or just 1, 2, 3?
I don't know. What? There's another one. I
There's
thought
the first
that
The first
Purge.
there's
Purge.
4 of them.
You've seen it.
It's
I know
called,
I've seen
I
them
know it's
all.
called The First Purge. We really liked it.
I don't remember there
He
being
didn't
a
really like
fourth.
it. He
Oh.
doesn't really like the purges.
Oh, well, I liked it.
1.
It's The First Purge is about how they got started.
1 is like a hidden gem. Awesome.
It is.
I
It's really
agree.
good. I think 1 and 4.
2 was majorly disappointing.
I agree.
3.
I
I'm
was
trying to remember
kind
these
of
now.
meh about 3.
3. I liked 3. I like 3 better than 2.
3
I like-
continued with the soldier guy.
Yes. Frank Grillo.
but I'm not remembering much about 3 at all.
3 was the election when they had
It was the election,
the
and
senator running that
Oh, I like that
unseat
one.
the founding
kind of.
yeah,
fathers.
2 was just like
3
2 was
seemed
like,
low budget to me. I
so
think.
so it's just like the Saw movie. Saw 1 is really good, and they go to Saw 2, and they're like, let's just make it bloodier.
was
And
good.
I know, but that's what they did. They're like, let's just make it bloodier and do
You're
this.
not comparing it right, because 2 is better than almost better than 1.
I think Saw 1 is the best.
Well, yes, they almost go in order of
Have you
terribleness.
seen any of the Saws?
I think I saw the first one, or at least part of it.
Damn it, we
he
should have done that
couldn't
one.
Do
It's
it.
too bloody for me.
He couldn't do it.
Just
They're not.
Unnecessarily gory.
If you want the story, though, Saw 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. That's all you need.
Pretty much.
That's all you
yeah,
need.
7.
Yep, that's it.
Well, we still
So,
haven't even seen the new
You
one.
didn't answer
Yeah.
about how many of the purges to watch.
Probably just the first 3,
Okay.
because we could barely shove all 4 in after with
That's-
Scream and
4 gets
yeah.
hard.
And Patrick is going to be part of the trilogy trivia. So
Well, we could do 4 then, because that's not for 2 weeks, right?
At
we'll
least.
see.
Yeah.
Well, at least we'll see if we can get through 3.
Okay.
Because I don't remember the first Purge very much.
I've only seen it once or twice.
We saw it once. I think it was with that contact lens thing, and they were watching the guy through the eyes of the killer. Yeah, no, yeah.
The contact lens, I think, is in the
That's
first
in-
purge.
I thought that was the 4th.
Yes, the first
That's
purge.
what I'm talking about.
Don't call it the first Purge. Call it Purge 4.
I have to because it's a prequel.
It's the prequel.
Okay.
Yes, that's the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's the one I'm talking
yes,
about.
that's
That's the last one we saw.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, man, that's messing me up because you
I'm
keep calling
not
it the
lost,
first Purge.
you
I'm like,
lost.
I know that's what it's called as the first Purge, but it's not the first Purge.
Yeah, it is the first Purge.
Shut up. Purge 4.
Purge 4 is a prequel. The first Purge.
Yes, exactly. That's what you need to say.
All right, you need to plug in your Twitch, Alex.
You need to plug yourself in. Anyways, if you'd like to follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. Streaming dates are Friday, Saturday, Sunday evenings. I am not streaming this following Friday, Saturday, Sunday because we are going to be moving, and there is absolutely no way that's happening. So
we won't have internet
we
till
will
Monday.
not have any internet till any of the internet.
Wow.
Wow, until Monday. So anyway, so there's that. But I will say that you should probably go and check out our stream from this last Saturday.
That was awesome.
Playing Gears. It was fun.
It was really fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I laughed so hard. Like, Brett, you were making me laugh really hard because I could tell you were actually enjoying your weekend off.
It was a good
Yes.
time.
And you can tell all of us were just having a good time.
Rick was feeling better too.
Yeah, it was really nice to hear that.
Yeah. So
yeah, it was good. It was a good time.
Mhm.
So yeah, so there's that. I also have a YouTube channel with 2 new YouTube videos up. It's youtube.com/cutekitty. So check that out as well.
Yep. If you want to follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Mr. L, MASTERL. I will be streaming tomorrow night. That'll be my last stream night, and then we're tearing down the studio. Actually, tomorrow when I get off work, I'm going to be taking down this half of the room. So last stream will be tomorrow night. I'll be playing probably Fall Guys. I might try to get Phasmophobia in instead, like at the beginning, like I normally do. Try to do a different game, but might just be Fall Guys. We'll see. Pretty happy that they brought back the gauntlet. It's actually one of my most favorite things on Fall Guys. It's just gauntlet matches, like you run from one end to the other.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
If I play.
So they have that playlist. So
That's good.
You could get the crown.
No teams. Screw the team matches.
No teams. Yep. It's team
I might
matches.
actually be able to get a crown.
That's what I just said.
It like just popped in my head. Maybe I'll try it.
Maybe they only have it up until Thursday, and then they'll get rid of the playlist. So, yeah, check out my stream, and then I'll be back on a week after that. So you'll see our new studio set up on Monday for the podcast. If you want to follow us on our social media, please be sure to do that. It is facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast, and we're on Twitter, which is @PTOUnlimited. On those apps, we'll have the weekly fan question, which we'll have out on Monday. We'll just see what we
We'll see what we come up with.
See what we come up with. Make sure you guys check us out there. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @Lemke619.
Brett_wings.
Cute_kitty.
For a final note, so I've been playing my second playthrough of God of War for PS4.
Are you doing it on difficult? or just the same?
No, but I am doing all the side stuff that I did not do the first time around. And I'm enjoying it so much more this time than I did the first time. The first time, just I was completely thrown off being in Norse mythology versus Greek mythology.
Oh, so they just switch gears now?
You find out in the story he kind of exiled himself in Midgard. Instead, because he
Okay.
had to leave Greece, basically. So it's very interesting.
Oh.
If you know the God of War,
Yeah, no, he was basically he kept on killing.
he destroyed Greece,
Yes.
basically, and
Yes.
he hid out in Midgard.
He's like, I'm out.
Anyway, there was a documentary on YouTube that I think Sony did, but it was called Raising Kratos, but it was all about the making of God of War. And I don't think people like casual and even hardcore gamers, I think they take for granted the amount of work that
There's
goes
a
into these
lot of
AAA
work.
freaking games.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, if, Corey Barlog, who's a pretty big kind of celebrity in the gaming industry because of God of War, it just follows him around the whole time. I can't imagine. He was the director for this game. I can't imagine the stress that he went through it took him like 5 years to produce this game.
Oh my god.
And there were, they
I
even
think it's
talked
starting
about,
from square one. You know?
they had to take a character that everybody loved and completely reboot the whole franchise. And his biggest worry the whole time is that the fans were going to hate it. Or it could be a great game, but the fans were going to hate it. And what was really cool is, and I even saw this when the game came out, is he did kind of a Facebook Live of seeing a collection of the reviews like for the first time. And it got just great reviews, and he breaks down and starts crying. And I'm thinking, that's really cool, because you think you've worked so hard on this game for all these years and people love it, and now you get to say I did that for just a masterpiece, basically, because it got 9s and 10s all over the place when it came out.
Yeah, I remember all the reviews.
But the documentary itself is just a kind of an inside look at how video games, very expensive video games, are developed, and you kind of gain a respect for the industry.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for it already. I like watching those documentaries. Did you watch the Batman one about the Batman animated series?
I've watched part of it. I did not finish it.
That is a good documentary.
Yeah.
That's a really good one, because I didn't know that the entire time for the Batman animated series back in the 90s, they did it on black paper.
Yeah.
And they did colored pencil over that, so
That's crazy.
it's just a black background. And you notice how dark every scene is. Like,
they can't make that show today.
I wish they could, but
that's a product of the 90s.
No one can. It's slower.
Yeah.
It's very slow. Like, the scenes are slow. Like, in between like conversations and stuff, it's kind of like I don't know. It's mind numbing, or
it's dark.
Yeah,
it's a dark show. I remember the first episode is on Leathered Wings. It was about Man-Bat.
Yeah, and that's kind of weird that that's the first episode.
Yeah.
Like, I think they have that on. I don't know where I'm watching it. I was watching it. I think it might have been on the cartoon thing on the Xbox.
Oh, Cartoons Unlimited.
Yeah. And I was watching. I keep on forgetting that the first episode is about Man-Bat. The Joker doesn't get introduced until the next one.
Yeah, he's episode 2. It's the Christmas special, I think. And they just throw Robin in there just randomly.
Yeah.
And then he's gone like the rest of the season.
Yeah. I love the scene.
It's a great show.
Going back to that, but yeah.
Anyway, if you're a fan of God of War, check out that. It's long. It's like almost 2 hours long, but it's really good.
I like watching documentaries.
Raising Kratos.
Raising Kratos. All right, well, we're gonna get out of here, guys. We'll catch you next week in the new studio for 232. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.